You guys ever eat kimchi? It's become quite the craze. It's a popular Korean side dish that's been a part of the Korean culture for a really long time. Full of flavor, spice, probiotics, zing, and just really good for your health in general. It goes well on all kinds of things, almost like a condiment. I just like to eat it by itself too. I've got a couple kinds of kimchi that I bought from the store that I've been eating on lately, but today we're just gonna make it. We're gonna dive into a basic, easy recipe for kimchi. Here's our ingredients. First, we've got a Napa cabbage, just one medium-sized Napa cabbage that we'll process down. This one's about 2 pounds. Next, we've got one medium-sized daikon radish. We're gonna use a bunch of diamond crystal kosher salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, a bundle of green onions, 1 piece of ginger, couple inches long, about 6 cloves of garlic, fish sauce, and Korean red chili flakes.
First, let's give our Napa cabbage the Hollywood treatment. Cut it in half, then quarters just like I'm doing here. And finally, cut it into 1 to 1.5 inch strips. Toss these into a bowl. And hit them with a massive amount of kosher salt. Don't measure anything, just lay it on heavy. Work the salt in like you're giving a deep tissue massage. You really want to break down the cell structure of the cabbage here. Work it till it softens a bit and releases some of its juices. This will take a couple of minutes.
It sound right, boy.
Let it sit for about 1.5 hours so it can soak up the good vibes. While the cabbage is relaxing, let's prep our daikon radish. Rinse, peel, and cut it into tiny strips. Then, cut these strips in half and set them aside. We might not need all of it, but hey, better safe than sorry. Next, chop off the roots of your green onions and slice them about 1/4 inch long. Set them aside too, they're waiting for their moment. Once the cabbage has soaked up enough goodness, rinse it well with cold filtered water. We're not fans of chlorine here. Make sure most of the salt is washed off. Toss it around in the strainer so that water can wash all the cabbage leaves. Let it sit in the strainer for about 15 minutes while we conjure up our spice paste. In a food processor, blend together garlic, ginger, sugar, 1/4 cup of fish sauce, and 1/3 cup of Korean chili flakes.
Sound right, boy.
Pulse it until you've got a fine paste. It's the magical elixir of kimchi. Everyone deserves this smell at least once in their life. Now, throw the cabbage into a large bowl and add your daikon radish and green onions. Pour in the spicy paste and work it in by hand. Make sure to wear gloves. It's like handling precious jewels. Once the veggies are fully coated, transfer them to a clean 32-ounce wide mouth mason jar.
It sound right, boy.
Use a muddler to push everything down and eliminate air pockets. You want the liquid brine to cover all the veggies. Add a fermentation weight to keep everything packed down and submerged. Pop on the fermentation lid, which allows gases to escape without needing to burp the lid. Let this sit for 4 to 5 days and let the magic happen. Once done, open it up and remove the fermentation weight. Again, the smells in this kitchen are incredible. There's a nice fermented funk that's emanating from this jar. You really gotta be here. We're just gonna plate it up
Sound right, boy.
and serve up with some sesame seeds and call it good. This turned out really good. That gochugaru Korean red pepper flake flavor is the star here. I love the base fermented cabbage flavor as well as the contrast that the daikon and onion gives. That fish sauce flavor is subtle, but adds a backdrop of umami that goes so well with this kimchi. Give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments. For storage, screw on a regular lid and keep it in the fridge.
And that is how we make kimchi at fire and ferment. If you like this type of content, you want to see more of it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click on that little bell icon so you don't miss any new content. I love you guys, and stick around.